I'll be right back. All right, let me see how many people are here. So I just got a message, people. Hi, everybody. All right. This is allegedly from Malehya Brooks Murray. Give me 1 second. I have not ever given up hope. Okay. As a mother, I love my children more than life itself and feel so heartbroken. Okay, so this is supposed to be a statement from Malehya Brooks Murray, and it's not her actual voice, but according to my source, it's from a written statement. And what I want to do right now is just analyze the words. But let's listen. It's about a 4-minute message. As a mother, I love my children more than life itself and feel so heartbroken not being able to hold my 2 children, Lilly and Jack, kiss them, breathe in their scent, or tuck them and caress them, wake up to their sweet smiling faces. The longing I have for them to come back home to me is a greater feeling than I would never imagine feeling, or put into words how I am feeling. There is not one single day, minute, or second that goes by that I am not thinking about my children. I walk into a store and all I see is things they love that I want to get for them. When they come home, the candy they like, the clothes they wear, the toys they love, all I see is them. I so desperately just want them home safe and sound, back into my arms where I will never let them go. I am truly traumatized, not being able to hear the sweet sound of their voices, their laugh, when they would sing Gabby's Dollhouse song that now only makes me cry when I hear it. Because all I hear is Lilly and Jack singing along, not being able to breathe in their scent when I embrace them lightly. I don't want these moments to be memories. I want my babies back home. My Lily May, the pure pain I suffer of just not knowing where they are has impacted my life and Meadow's life and my family in the most devastating way. Life feels extremely hard to keep going. With no answers, it's just pure lostness. Like I can no longer feel at home anymore. No matter how lost I feel, I have not ever given up hope that my children will be returned home safe to me. I have all the faith and hope I will see them. Please, anyone with any information, no matter how small, please come forward. Please do not be afraid to use your voice to help bring home Lily and Jack. Even the smallest details are crucial. I am so incredibly grateful and thankful for all the ongoing efforts of the RCMP, Major Crimes, Search and Rescue, and Please Bring Me Home, PBMH. The RCMP Major Crime Unit and Please Bring Me Home will continue to investigate, and they need your help. You can share tips anonymously at pleasebringmehome.com or contact the RCMP directly. I will never stop searching for my children until they are found and brought home safe and sound. Someone, somewhere, knows something. So please help bring my babies home. The incredible volunteers, searchers, and investigators, and compassionate strangers who have stood beside us. Thank you for your tireless dedication, your prayers, your time spent combing through the woods and yards, sharing photos and refusing to give up. You and the hope of my children will be home, and my youngest daughter are the reason I hold strength and keep going. You've shown me that love, kindness, and compassion still shine, even in the darkest times. Everything you've done has not gone unnoticed. Thank you. With deepest gratitude, Malehya Brooks-Murray.
Okay, so this is from a written statement, from what I was told, by Malehya Brooks-Murray. And it's read by somebody else. And I just received it. And for those of you who just now came in, I play it one more time.
Life feels extremely. As a mother, I love my children more than life itself and feel so heartbroken not being able to hold my two children, Lily and Jack, kiss them, breathe in their scent, or tuck them into bed, dress them, wake up to their sweet smiling faces. The longing I have for them to come back home to me is a greater feeling than I would never imagine feeling, or put into words how I am feeling. There is not one single day, minute, or second that goes by that I am not thinking about my children. I walk into a store and all I see is things they love that I want to get for them. When they come home, the candy they like, the clothes they wear, the toys they love, all I see is them. I so desperately just want them home safe and sound, back into my arms, where I will never let them go. I am truly traumatized, not being able to hear the sweet sound of their voices, their laugh, when they would sing Gabby's Dollhouse song that now only makes me cry when I hear it. Because all I hear is Lily and Jack singing along, not being able to breathe in their scent when I embrace them lightly. I don't want these moments to be memories. I want my babies back home, my Lily May and Jackie. The pure pain I suffer of just not knowing where they are has impacted my life and Meadow's life and my family in the most devastating way.
Yeah.
Life feels extremely hard to keep going. With no answers, it's just pure lostness. Like I can no longer feel at home anymore. No matter how lost I feel, I have not ever given up hope that my children will be returned home safe to me. I have all the faith and hope I will see them again. Please, anyone with any information, no matter how small, please come forward. Please do not be afraid to use your voice to help bring home Lily and Jack. Even the smallest details are crucial. I am so incredibly grateful and thankful for all the ongoing efforts of the RCMP, Major Crimes, Search and Rescue, and Please Bring Me Home, PBMH. The RCMP Major Crime Unit and Please Bring Me Home will continue to investigate, and they need your help. You can share tips anonymously at pleasebringmehome.com or contact the RCMP directly. I will never stop searching for my children until they are found and brought home safe and sound. Someone, somewhere, knows something. So please help bring my babies home to the incredible volunteers, searchers, and investigators, and compassion, like I can no longer feel at home anymore. No matter how lost I feel, I have not ever given up hope that my children will be returned home safe to me. I have all the faith and hope I will see them again. Please, anyone with any information, no matter how small, please come forward. Please do not be afraid to use your voice to help bring home Lily and Jack. Even the smallest details are crucial. I am so incredibly grateful and thankful for all the ongoing efforts of the RCMP, Major Crimes, Search and Rescue, and Please Bring Me Home, PBMH. The RCMP Major Crime Unit and Please Bring Me Home will continue to investigate, and they need your help. You can share tips anonymously at pleasebringmehome.com or contact the RCMP directly. I will never stop searching for my children until they are found and brought home safe and sound. Someone, somewhere, knows something. So please help bring my babies home to the incredible volunteers, searchers, and investigators, and compassionate strangers who have stood beside us. Thank you for your tireless dedication, your prayers, your time spent combing through the woods and yards, sharing photos and refusing to give up. You and the hope of my children will be home, and my youngest daughter are the reason I hold strength and keep going. You've shown me that love, kindness, and compassion still shine, even in the darkest times. Everything you've done has not gone unnoticed. Thank you, with deepest gratitude, Malehya Brooks Murray.
Okay, guys, so thank you for listening. This is a message. Well, this is allegedly a statement from Malehya Brooks Murray. It wasn't from. Needless to say, I believe she was heavily helped in preparation. I believe that she had a lot of assistance there. So this is not as good for me as would be something where Malehya speaks on her own. Meaning, if she goes on camera and somebody says, and go, and she doesn't read, right? When she just speaks, it's a lot better than having a written statement. But still, there are a few things that I have noticed. And for the mother of missing children who are still missing, well, she's a little bit too grateful to the RCMP. Now, I don't remember Belinda praising the RCMP because the RCMP has not managed to return the children yet. And remember Seth Rogers, when he was asked how satisfied he is with law enforcement's effort to bring his son Sebastian home, Vinnie Politan, he asked him, how satisfied are you with the work of law enforcement? And Seth Rogers, he paused and then he said, my son is not here. And that was a very powerful statement, guys. Very powerful. How happy are you with the work of law enforcement? Now, he didn't want to piss off law enforcement, of course, because he depends on law enforcement to help bring Sebastian home. And in his mind, well, he lives on hope. He thinks Sebastian may still be alive, which I don't. But from his perspective as a father who needs the sense of hope to keep going every day, this is a powerful statement. My son is not here. How happy are you with the efforts of law enforcement? My son is not here. As in, why do you even ask me that? What do you mean? How can I be happy? It doesn't matter if they work their asses off. It doesn't matter if they do everything. It doesn't matter if every cop in the city works 8 hours overtime a day with no pay just to help. It doesn't matter. My son is not here. She is incredibly grateful to the RC. What are you incredibly grateful for? It's okay to thank law enforcement, to thank volunteers. It's okay to say thank you for your efforts, please. Well, as a matter of fact, when your children are missing, it's actually quite likely for you to forget to thank people, because this is going to be the most selfish moment of your life, because all you know is that your children are missing. Nothing else matters. Being polite doesn't matter. And Malehya being incredibly grateful. What are you so grateful for? What have the RCMP done? I tell you what they have done. They have not returned the children yet. They have not figured out yet what happened to Jack and Lilly. Chris Proudfoot, he was incredibly great. He also thanked law enforcement very, very much, again and again. Ain't that something, huh? So that already is a red flag. The other one is she says, home, 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 home. It's all about home. Where is home? There's some major avoidance here in terms of telling us real feelings. It's easy to go into slogans or phrases or say things that maybe a politician would say. Home? Where is home? I will listen to it one more time in a minute, people. And I didn't expect to do this. I actually planned to do a members only Plaid's teaching, Plaid's 101. I'm in the process of writing a lot. It may turn into a book one day. So that was something I was going to actually present to you guys in the member section, simply because a lot of you are more interested in getting any type of news about Jack and Lilly. And in the last week, I mean, I have seen so much that really isn't news, right? I've seen people arguing. I've seen people talk too much about people that don't have guilty knowledge. And I think we are getting so extremely sidetracked that I don't really feel a need to add to that. But this also, at the end, she said, I will never stop searching. And then she says, until they are found. But she started saying, I will never stop searching. Similar to O.J. Simpson. I will look for the real killers for the rest of my life. He didn't anticipate an outcome. The McCains, who else? The never part is what bothers me. That she will never stop searching. Let me play it one more time for those of you who just came in. But Mike, is this? I cannot see your comments, guys. My daughter took my other laptop. Actually, I have another one. I can fire that one up and see the live chat right next to me. Or on my phone. Let me see. Okay, I missed you too. Let me play it one more time, and then I'm going back into the thing. Give me a second, okay? Here we go.
Lilly and Jack, kiss them. As a mother, I love my children more than life itself. I feel so did my life in that were blossoms.
As a mother.
And all I see. As a mother, I love my children more than life itself and feel so heartbroken not being able to hold in the most devastating way. Life feels extremely hard.
Okay, so the fact that she says as a mother, when she starts her statement, she says as a mother. That's pretty general, right? She wants to be seen as a mother. She needs to qualify. She needs to explain her position. And whenever you bring in something that's unnecessary, we have to ask ourselves why. Why does she bring up as a mother? Because she needs to connect to all the mothers who listen to it. I am like you. I am a mother just like you. And I need you to relate to me, and I need you to believe me. I need you to believe that I am no different than you as a mother. But we need to also now allow ourselves to look at her history. She didn't protect Jack and Lilly. And I'm not only talking about Thursday night. I'm talking about the months before, when she said he picked on Jack and sometimes on Lilly, when the kids were not properly dressed, not properly nourished, not taken care of, had to dig through the kitchen to find their own food. All of this, the black eyes, all of this kind of stuff, right? She was not as a mother. She was anything but a mother to Jack and Lilly. And I believe Logan when she says that she really only cared about Meadow. That part from Logan, I believe. So the fact that she needs to say as a mother indicates that she wants, that she knows that she did not act motherly. So words, unnecessary language is often introduced to cover up the fact that if you saw her in real life, you would not think of her as a mother. And that in the very beginning, of course, it indicates heavy scripting, but also a need to convince that she has motherly feelings, that she acted upon motherly feelings, that she acted upon maternal instinct. She feels a need to clarify that, not clarify, but come to you as a persona. Because just being herself wouldn't be enough. Let's listen.
Breathe in there, scent. As a mother, I love my children more than life itself and feel so heartbroken not being able to hold my two children, Lilly and Jack, kiss them, breathe in their scent, or tuck them into bed. Dress them, wake up to their sweet smiling faces. The longing I have for them to come back home to me is a greater feeling than I would never imagine feeling. or put into words how I am feeling. There is not one single day, minute, or second that goes by that I am not thinking about my children. I walk into a store and all I see is things they love that I want to get done for them. When they come home, the candy they like, the clothes they wear, the toys they love,
Too much
all I see
storytelling.
is them. I so desperately just want them home safe and sound, back into my arms, where I will never let them go. I am truly traumatized, not being able to hear the sweet sound of their voices, their laugh, when they would sing Gabby's Dollhouse song that now only makes me cry when I hear it. Because all I hear is Lily and Jack singing along, not being able to breathe in their scent. I don't want these moments to be memories. I want my babies back home, my Lily Mae and Jackie. The pure pain I suffer of just not knowing where they are has impacted my life and Meadow's life and my family in the most devastating way. Life feels extremely hard to keep going. With no answers, it's just pure lostness. Like I can no longer feel at home anymore. No matter how lost I feel, I have not ever given up hope that my children will be returned home safe to me. I have all the faith and hope I will see them again. Please, anyone with any information, no matter how small, please come forward. Please do not be afraid to use your voice to help bring home Lily and Jack. Even the smallest details are crucial. I am so incredibly grateful and thankful for all the ongoing efforts of the RCMP, Major Crimes, Search and Rescue, and Please Bring Me Home, KMH. The RCMP Major Crime Unit and Please Bring Me Home will continue to investigate, and they need your help. You can share tips anonymously at pleasebringmehome.com or contact the RCMP directly. I will never stop searching for my children until they are found and brought home safe and sound. Someone, somewhere, knows something. So please help bring my babies home. To the incredible volunteers, searchers, and investigators, and compassionate strangers who have stood beside us. Thank you for your tireless dedication, your prayers, your time spent combing through the woods and yards, sharing photos and refusing to give up. You and the hope of my children will be home, and my youngest daughter are the reason I hold strength and keep going. You've shown me that love, kindness, and compassion still shine even in the darkest times. Everything you've done has not gone unnoticed. Thank you. With deepest gratitude, Malehya Brooks-Murray.
All right, so guys, I had to listen to it one more time. First of all, she's talking about heartbroken, about memories. She knows. There are some very final wordings here. And there is not one iota of concern. How are Jack and Lily feeling? What are they going through? Because that indicates they are beyond help. In those cases, either the parent knows where the child is and has no worry about the child, or the child is no longer alive, meaning that there has been a grieving process. And that's when you are heartbroken, and that's when you go deep into memories, because there is no more future with your child. All you have to hold on to is the past. And her language indicates that there will not be a future. Her feelings, everything is about her, how she is doing, Home safe, home safe, home safe. They were not safe at home, if you can call it a home. But that's also a form of avoidance. She doesn't want to give us her real feelings. She needs to explain, over-explain that she has feelings. She needs to convince. And the vast majority of what she said, it doesn't fit people. It's not to the point. It's like when I get a long email that doesn't get to the point. If I suffer through it, usually there is no point. People use a lot of words when they don't really have anything, trying to sell it. And she is trying to sell us her script. I believe she had a lot of advice. I believe there, who knows, people that maybe watch my channel, that definitely watch Sunny, that definitely watch, others that keep an eye on things. And I hate to say it, but yeah, people are learning. The enemy is learning through me, which I'm not threatened by because it hasn't been a challenge so far. The players in this case are really obvious ones. I'm talking about Janie, Daniel, and Malehya. These are some very, very obvious players. I didn't anticipate. I didn't plan to get so deep into this case. But the day that Sweetie Pie Low messaged me about it on May 3rd it was, I saw Daniel, his interview, and I listened to Malehya, and I knew she knew. And what have we had since? We had a lot of sidetracking people, a lot of sidetracking. And the conversations recently have been about anything but what is important in this case. And I refuse to be a part of it. And I'm not interested in people. I'm really not. I'm interested in the people who know. Not the people orbiting the case. The same with Sebastian Rogers. I'm not interested in At Night, Dog the Bounty Hunter. I'm not interested in any of the people surrounding the Sebastian Rogers case from a distance. I'm interested in the people who know. Katie Proudfoot and Christopher Proudfoot. And in my opinion, Christopher Proudfoot's family. I believe these are the people that know what happened to Sebastian Rogers. So in this case, we have to focus on Malehya, on Daniel, and Janie. Because we don't have access to Justin, to Ron, or Earl. Those three also would be of great interest. If any of you has a statement of any of them, I will jump on it so fast you have no idea. I will get right to it. And I will tune out everything else to analyze anything from Justin, Earl, or Ron. Did you take them, kids? That's about the only statement I got from Earl. Well, who took them? Earl. Who took the kids? Another thing, use your voice. Well, she doesn't use her own voice. She does it in writing. And I think that she took a long time to prepare. And I believe she had a lot of help preparing here. A ton of help. Now I'm going to look at your comments. This is a very unexpected event for me right now. I did not plan to do that, but I couldn't say no. How's everybody doing? Let me see who's. I don't even know who's in here right now. Yeah, it's weird. She doesn't use her own voice, for sure. It's a written statement. Nothing about Jack and Lilly. Hey, Robin. Wolf, Maine. Wow, Jerry Lynn. I appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, you know what? And I have reached out to somebody just to say that I don't want to talk about unimportant people and give them the time or the second, a second of my day, because we need to. Just because there is not really new news doesn't mean that we need to spend time on things that are not important. And she has not searched at all for Jack and Lilly. She thanks the people searching. She has not done one thing. She has not done one thing in 5 months. Nothing. Not a thing. And now she offers us this type of word salad here that just is insignificant, completely insignificant. This is a statement from somebody who's completely disconnected. This is very disconnected language. This is the type of language that law enforcement, a spokesperson would use, or a lawyer would use. And I have no doubt that the lawyer that she has and helped her prepare this. I have no doubt. So some of this, of course, indicates when a lawyer, when you hold a speech, and that happens a lot with celebrities, when celebrities deny certain allegations, right? Michael Jackson comes to mind. My question is always, who helped prepare the statement? Because sometimes a lawyer will believe you're guilty when you're innocent. He doesn't really care. He's just like, yeah, I guess, even if you're innocent, your lawyer may not be so sure that you are. And sometimes a lawyer will think that you're innocent if he's a rookie lawyer when you're actually guilty. So sometimes these statements can be very, very, they can actually reflect what the person who wrote the script or co-wrote the script thinks, not necessarily what you yourself think. And that's one thing I have discussed with Peter Hyatt back then in the days, where I said, listen, I don't know, when it comes to Michael Jackson or Woody Allen or some of these people whose statements he analyzed, and I always voiced it wasn't a major doubt, it was a little bit of a doubt here and there, where I said, well, what if he didn't do it, but the lawyer thinks, yeah, right, they all didn't do it. So let me just make sure that I come up with a statement that's pretty much my style, and ultimately, of course, will reflect what I think about my client's innocence or guilt. But I'm going to do it one more time because now more people are coming in. Let me play it one last time for you and see what you pick up on.
I can no longer longer feel at home anymore. As a mother, I love my children more than life itself and feel so heartbroken not being able to hold my two children, Lilly and Jack, kiss them, breathe in their scent, or tuck them into bed, dress them, wake up to their sweet smiling faces. The longing I have for them to come back home to me is a greater feeling than I would never imagine feeling, or put into words how I am feeling. There is not one single day, minute, or second that goes by that I am not thinking about my children. I walk into a store and all I see is things they love that I want to get that for them. When they come home, the candy they like, the clothes they wear, the toys they love, all I see is them. I so desperately just want them home safe and sound, back into my arms, where I will never let them go. I am truly traumatized, not being able to hear the sweet sound of their voices,
Okay.
their laugh, when they would sing Gabby's Dollhouse song that now only makes me cry when I hear it. Because all I hear is Lilly and Jack singing along, not being able to breathe in their scent when I embrace them lightly. I don't want these moments to be memories. I want my babies back home, my Lily Mae and Jackie. The pure pain I suffer of just not knowing where they are has impacted my life and Meadow's life and my family in the most devastating way. Life feels extremely hard to keep going. With no answers, it's just pure losses. Like I can no longer feel at home anymore. No matter how lost I feel, I have not ever given up hope that my children will be returned home safe to me. I have all the faith and hope I will see them again. Please, anyone with any information, no matter how small, please come forward. Please do not be afraid to use your voice to help bring home Lilly and Jack. Even the smallest details are crucial. I am so incredibly grateful and thankful for all the ongoing efforts of the RCMP, Major Crimes, Search and Rescue, and Please Bring Me Home, PBMH. The RCMP Major Crime Unit and Please Bring Me Home will continue to investigate, and they need your help. You can share tips anonymously at pleasebringmehome.com or contact the RCMP directly. I will never stop searching for my children until they are found and brought home safe and sound. Someone, somewhere, knows something. So please help bring my babies home. To the incredible volunteers, searchers, and investigators, and compassionate strangers who have stood beside us, thank you for your tireless dedication, your prayers, your time spent combing through the woods and yards, sharing photos and refusing to give up. You and the hope of my children will be home, and my youngest daughter are the reason I hold strength and keep going. You show me that love, kindness, and compassion still shine even in the darkest times. Everything you've done has not gone unnoticed. Thank you. With deepest gratitude, Malehya Murray.
Okay. Every time I listen, I hear more. When I get a new statement, I apply plaids immediately. And the second time is usually when I really see it, when it comes to me. And that is no longer applying a formula or anything. That's when things start hitting me. It's just a very intuitive thing, or practice, if you will, where all of a sudden I know how to verbalize what makes no sense. And many times we see or we hear statements where we just know something is off here. We may not be able to put our finger right on it, but that is why I've developed the PLATS system, so we can actually identify what the problems are. And the one thing that she keeps talking about is the bed, tucking them into bed. Were you able to tuck them in on Thursday night? You talk about the dark times. What happened after dark? There is certain leakage here, but I also believe her lawyer or somebody advised her and scripted it with her. Made it something that injects a bunch of phrases that have very little meaning, simply because it's a damage control job. That's really all it is. Malehya, you need to make some kind of statement. You need to say something. It's been 5 months. You look guilty. You look like you're hiding something. How can you not say anything? You're the mother. Okay, as a mother, so the script begins as a mother. The script, in my opinion, is a reaction to the advice and the criticism that she has received. It's something she was pressured into. There is no passion here. There is no, please, guys, I don't know what Lilly and Jack are going through. Please, if you have my children, please let them go. Let my children go. Because they didn't walk away. They couldn't have gone through the woods. They couldn't have gotten far. There is no way they walked off that property into the woods. The only other two options would be either they got picked up by somebody or something happened in the house and somebody from within the house removed them. And if you've listened to me before, you know where I'm leaning. And I haven't changed it since the very beginning. All I have to do is listen to the language. And by the way, never stop searching. What do you mean by never stop? First of all, you haven't started searching. Of course, some of you say that she goes to the beach a lot because she knows, she feels closer to Jack and Lilly because she knows they're in the ocean. That makes sense to me. No, I don't believe that she's there because she thinks maybe they come to shore. But there is a possibility that she feels a certain connection when she is there. But she knows what happened to Jack and Lilly. And by the way, I am not done yet with the boot print at the pipeline area. I have stated before, I believe something really bad happened to Jack in the house, in the kitchen. As for Lilly, I don't know yet. But I need Daniel to talk a little more about Lilly. And from the very beginning, he has avoided to talk about his relationship with them in an open manner. Of course, we notice also all of a sudden he started referring to Jack as Jackie, which also is a pattern change, right? So if the first day you mention Jack, and then all of a sudden you change it to Jackie a few days later, why do you feel the need to do that? Why do you feel the need to portray a certain closeness that, according to Wade, you didn't have? I believe Wade when he said he didn't like them kids. I believe Wade. He's a talker. He likes to talk. But I don't see any deception in his statements. He said it how he saw it. And the other thing, of course, when he tried to touch Lily's head, she had a very PTSD type of reaction to it. And Daniel mentioned Lilly pulled her hair out. She pulled her own hair out. And he said it in a very casual manner. This is self-harm, people. When a child, a 6-year-old, pulls her own hair out, in my opinion, that is no different than when a grown-up cuts herself, for example. And that is something that is really, really significant there. And Daniel happens to leak a lot of things that are not very well thought out. He said recently, I saw a statement where he said to Susan, I may act dumb, but I am something like, I'm not as dumb as I act, or whatever it is. But he's very emotional, guys. He's a very emotional dude. He's wearing his feelings on his sleeves. And the animated way he's been talking, people change their patterns for a reason. His baseline is not as animated as he was in his recent interview. Of course, you can say, you know, when you have a New York Italian guy, he's speaking with his hands, you know, bah, 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 bah. Then that's the baseline, but that's not Daniel's baseline. He knows his words are not going to be enough. He woke up to that fact. He woke up to the fact that no matter what he says, he all of a sudden, he doesn't, people don't believe him. And it's a tight-knit community where he lives. And I don't know if he's being shunned or what, but some of you have said, you know, everybody knows everybody, or there are very few families, big families, but very all extended families, and he will feel it. He will feel what people are thinking. Life is not going to be easy for him. So Daniel, I urge you to speak the truth and cut the games. I know you're suffering. And I mean that. And no, I didn't listen to the drunk turkey and the psychologist. I don't need to listen to that. I appreciate you guys sending it to me, but I don't need to listen to that. Because the pattern changes I've observed, they speak volumes. So other people's opinions, yeah. Being a psychologist means nothing to me. Being a good psychologist, that means something. Same as lawyers, same as every profession. I listen to the best of the best. Otherwise, I want no part of it. Otherwise, I don't, you know, it's too much self-selling, if you will. I believe he's suffering in his own way, which doesn't move anything away from what he did, in my opinion. So, yeah, some of what he's saying is genuine, but he's being deceptive overall. And Daniel, I think that you are terrified of going away, but I believe that there is a very deep urge within you to free yourself, because I think it's catching up with him right now. That nervous laughter in one of his recent interviews, where he, you know, he's tired of his own bullshit. And I think that, you know, he should, let me see a comment here. Have you ever watched Veloscope? Okay, if you guys have something, you can send it to me on Facebook Messenger. You see, this dude, come clean, Daniel. Seriously. Tell us what happened. What happened with Jack in the kitchen when he was rustling around? Did the kids, you know, Malehya said she heard them laughing, giggling, and talking. Jack was rustling. You're talking about Friday morning, but that was experiential memory, in my opinion, from Thursday night, when it all went down. And I said from the very beginning, it happened on Thursday night. What happened? Was it an accident? Of course, you would be responsible to leave something out there, a substance that could harm children. You kept saying that no chair was moved. Why do you feel the need to say there was no chair moved? Did Jack get on a chair to reach something that was otherwise too high for him to reach? And did he get into a substance of yours? And Malehya said, should I call 911? And you said, no, I don't want police here. And then it was too late. That's a strong possibility, people. And again, this is all from leakage, from him. When he said Malehya had a look of guilt, and Malehya said, should I call 911? And he made it look like she's not a good mother when he was in his finger pointing mode, that she wasn't sure if she should call 911 because she's such a bad mother, because he's the only one taking care of Jack and Lilly, because he's a very emotional dude who was so upset that she left him, that he voiced it in public, which was a huge mistake, of course. But this is his baseline. And now he's getting more and more animated because he knows he's not being believed. And you know what? If your children are missing and people don't believe you, you don't care. You don't care at all. All you care about is let's find the kids. All problems are going to be solved if you find them. You're not going to be on Facebook and comment whenever you see a video of somebody that is critical of you. You're not going to care about that. You're going to say, help me find Jack and Lilly. But you see, the only way to find Jack and Lilly and to find out what happened to them is through you. Daniel, Malehya, and Janie. Those are the people that know. So my focus is no longer around on the surrounding people who may know something, who may know here, a little bit here and there. No, that's not important, people. So whenever you see people discussing too much, people arguing with each other, people wanting to take sides, trying to involve you in arguments, let it be. Don't do it. Each and every one of you can also analyze some of the many statements that are out there, including recent ones from Daniel. Right? He was on that show that, let me see 1 second. Oh God, I have too much on my computer here. All my so-called artwork. Okay, I hope this works now. Well, this will be for my upcoming one about the Plaid system. And as I said, I've been writing a lot. And my first class, I believe, will be in the member section. Plaids 101. The truth is in there. And I think that's my slogan. Because the truth, when people say the truth is out there, no, the truth is in there. It's right in the language of the people who know what the truth is. but we have to find it. So, you guys want to hear it again? Well, I don't have a new video. I can go back into Amy Bradley and, well, no, I'm going to do this in my member section. I'm going to have some more lives in my member section, because there I'm going to be able to get more into detail of statement analysis, because here in the public section, it's more about what's going on with Jack and Lilly. And that's why most of you are coming to my channel. Did Lilly say anything? Not the first time, but the second time, yes. I went over this times, as I said in my head, over and over, trying to find details or clues to help. That's Daniel talking to Susan from Fork, Hidden in the Fork. Susan, she either said hi, Dad, or hello, Dad. Remember, Daniel was in my channel. He was in my live chat. And I asked him this question already. I asked him, what was the last thing that Lilly said to you? And another question that I have for him, what would you say to Jack and Lilly if you saw them now? Or what would you say to Jack? Daniel, here's my question to you. And I'm putting it on the air right now because I am not getting into Facebook. I'm done. I'm done with the insignificancies, if you will, right? Because there is no benefit for me. The only benefit that I have is from talking with you, Daniel. What would you say to Jack and Lilly if they could hear you? What would you say to them? That is a question that I have for you. What would you say to them? That's the only question I have right now. So if you happen to come across him somewhere where he hangs out, somewhere where he talks, because he's not going to be done talking. He wants to free himself. And the way he does it is by speaking. He doesn't want to be isolated right now. He wants to communicate. But Daniel, what would you say? What would you say to Jack and Lilly if they could hear you? Because then we can establish an emotional connection or disconnect on his part. These are the types of questions that need to be asked. Non-accusatory, where he is forced to reveal something completely different from any type of script. And if there's too much scripting is also a form of avoidance. For example, if you write a letter to somebody and you're overly polite, that is often done to mask your true feelings about the person. When somebody says, I need to apologize to you. Really? You need to? Why do you need to? When somebody apologizes to me, I know immediately what they really think. The way somebody apologizes, and the vast majority of apologies are deceptive. And it's an insult to me. It's better to be quiet and acknowledge silently what you have done and change. That's the only way that somebody can apologize in a real sincere way. Or, I'm so sorry. That's a good one. I am so sorry. I did that before. I rarely apologize, by the way. I don't believe in it. I change my patterns. I adjust my patterns and realize, oh my God, I really screwed up. I don't even want to bring it up. I'm just, I show in my actions as much as I can, or I change my way of how I deal with somebody. I have to apologize. Will you accept my apology? That's about you. You want to be accepted. You want to be in the clear with the person. That doesn't say that you're sorry. I am so sorry. That is a real apology. And I've done that in when I screwed up something, or it's, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Shit, I can't believe I did this. That's the real one. Or if I offended you, I'm so sorry if I offended you. What the hell is that? Listen to the words. Just because something is socially accepted doesn't make it any more sincere. That's not acknowledging any wrongdoing. That puts the ball into your corner, saying the problem is really you. I'm pretty sure that all of you, when you receive emails or you can tell to some extent about sincerity or lack thereof, because it just hits you. Something feels sincere, something feels just really, really fake, and you don't even know how to react. You don't know why necessarily, but there's always a reason for it, people. And that's why there's no end to what we can learn in statement analysis through every single day life. In everyday life, things will hit you more and more. And yeah, to the people who say, why are you doing lives in member section? Because I want to, and because I will. And because in my member section, I'm assuming that the people who pay for membership are the ones, by the way, I am putting a lot of work into this. So yes, my classes will be in the member section, and I will go into very deep detail that I think half of the people at least will not be that interested in. Because half of the people, they look for information on Jack and Lilly and not so much anything else. But there I will get into statement analysis in general. So Susan, she either said hi dad or hello dad. Okay, there wouldn't be a difference. Hi dad, hello dad. Who cares if it's hi or hello? In my chat, he said that Lilly said hi dad. I remember before I thought she didn't say anything, but time passes and everything becomes clearer. Well, I asked him, and he said right away, hi, Dad. That's what she said, allegedly, according to him. Mission becomes clear, evidence builds, leads are followed up on, and time continues to tick for the individuals involved, but the batteries in the watch only last so long. What the hell is he talking about here? He is losing himself in poetry, man. The batteries in the watch. Interesting. Evidence builds. Mission becomes clear. What do you mean? There's only one mission, to find out what happened to Jack and Lilly. What needs to be clear here? Of course, I believe that he doesn't want to commit to Durwood's fabrications, but he wants to go on with it. He wants to go along with it. He wants the seed to grow into a tree in everybody's brain, cluttering their sight. And yeah, the eyes are part of the brain, actually. To be unable to see clearly. From the moment Durwood came, Daniel was able to relax a little bit more because people became busy with the fabrication. Then they talked about reservation life, they talked about racism, they talked about all kind of stuff that is somehow related or not related. And if it's somehow related, it's not significant in this case. He wants to sidetrack. I can't read your comments. Wait. Yeah. And that's exactly what we will do, Grandel. I have so much stuff. I can show you what I started writing. I mean, I've been busy, people. I've been very busy while so many people are talking about who knows what. You know, I've been busy doing this. Hey, A Balance, nice to have you. Thank you. Welcome. Hey, A Balance, anytime you want, man, we can, if you saw my last video, I had Danielle on there with me. We can anytime have a live together, anytime you wish. If you're up for it. For as long or as short as you wish. And I know how to shut up when I have somebody else on. Yeah, the classes. Oh, okay, great. I'm happy. So please, anybody else, there will be notifications. And you know what? I can actually turn them off that only the members see when I have a members chat. That may actually be a good thing. Then I don't get these hate messages. Why can I not see? So this is what I've been busy with. This is plaids. This is all about plaids. All about plaids. And it may turn into a book. It may not turn into a book. Maybe I will just copy and paste it onto the member section in a post for those of you who would love. That's actually what I'm going to do next. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. You know, forget the book. Maybe one day, but the now is now. And I appreciate very much what you're doing, A Balance. I appreciate also, and I have sent you a message on Facebook where I actually take responsibility for some of the things that I spoken, that I spoke my mind too much here about certain people. I spoke too much, and I've, you know, made it too much about people that are not important to this case. So back to the topic now. The batteries in the watch, what happened to the batteries in your watch? Evidence builds, leads are followed up, everything becomes clearer. Okay, he's storytelling, he's doing it, he's using such flowery language right now, man. He's using flowery language, he becomes animated, he moves away from his very own pattern here. What am I? So guys, everybody, yeah, if you're interested in the classes, the membership section is it. So here, as time goes on, I look, and of course, here in the public section, I realize whenever I talk about another case, people drop off the, you know, yeah, as time goes on, I look back at those moments and I can almost freeze frame them because I layering bad so many times, playing them over on like an endless loop. She seemed excited, Susan, no Barbie t-shirt on I Can Say That. Okay, the question was, what was Jack doing the very last time you physically saw him? And when was that? Oh, good question, actually. So this is about another question, I guess. As time goes by, he looks back at the moments. He can almost freeze frame them because Yeah, I believe something happened on Thursday night, and he plays it again and again in his head because it could have been avoided. And I do believe there's a strong possibility. And I've pointed that out in the very beginning when he said Jack was out in the kitchen, I suppose. Let me try to read your comments here. No, you know what? I'm not going to spend too much. Okay. These last moments, those moments, the last moments, the critical moments, I believe they are running through his mind. So at this point, I consider the strong possibility that Jack, it was, well, you can call it an accident or negligence, something. If you leave a substance around a child, you know, he didn't want police that night. I do believe Malehya said, should I call 911? And I do believe him and Janie didn't want police there. And it's possible that Jack could have been saved. But I believe that he even leaked it in one of his statements, that he said, no. She said, should I call 911? Yeah, wait. And I believe that came from experiential memory, that at one point she said, we should call 911. And he said, no, I don't want police here. Oh my God, what happened? Oh my God, you know? When you look at the McCains, Madeleine McCain's parents, I believe that was an accident, but I believe that the child was drugged. I believe she gotten out of bed at one time. She was doped up, and I believe that they gave the children sleep aid. I believe that. And somehow Madeleine, and again, I commented on that, and I used Peter Hyatt's analysis as well, that she slipped and she hit her head and died in that hotel room. That's what I believe happened to Madeleine McCain. So it was an accident, but who's responsible? And they would take the other two children away if the truth came to light. So I don't believe they murdered their child at all. But they seemed very cold because they also already processed the death. Meaning they did not appear desperate to find their children, and they referenced death. He said something, I'm not responsible for her death or something like that. And the Madeleine McCain case account on Twitter said, oopsie daisies, she's dead? ? Daniel talked about the death of... The references are very important, people. Every little reference. She seemed excited, Susan. Lilly seemed excited. In a positive way or in a negative way? No Barbie t-shirt on, I can say that. Well, what did she have on? Don't tell me what she didn't have on. Tell me what she had on. And tell me why it was such a problem to identify what the kids were wearing. This is also avoidance. One more time. He can say, that's all, I can say that. He's indicating that this is the only thing he's able to talk about or allowed to talk about, that she had no Barbie t-shirt on. He doesn't want to go into what she was actually wearing. When they tell you what somebody didn't do or didn't have on, they're often avoiding to tell you what they did have on. When you ask somebody a specific question, the answer is not what she didn't have on. The answer is, I think she wore this and she wore that. These kids didn't have too many clothes. Maybe they had more than Daniel. I mean, he's wearing one of you said that maybe he's wearing the same shirt because that's the shirt he had on when he was with Malehya at the waterfall, or when Malehya. No, I think he doesn't have a lot of stuff, man. I believe it's not his priority. Even though the Nike outfit was pretty cool. But now the question is about Jack. What was Jack doing the very last time you physically saw him, and when was it? Jack was sleeping a little after midnight on May 1st. I flicked on. Isn't that interesting, people? Jack was sleeping a little. What is a little? If you see your children asleep, you say, my children were sleeping. Not a little. You don't qualify it by a little. This is very important, guys. He feels the need to qualify the sleeping part because it's not easy to lie directly. It's like saying, like with Janie, when she told us, I really don't have any pictures of my grandchildren on the phone. And then later she says, well, I do. They send me pictures all the time. Really, a little, kind of, like, basically, all of these filler words? No. What is sleeping a little? What was he doing a lot? Jack's activity. This is his activity. His activity. Sleeping is a small part. What was the other part that he was doing? I don't know if you can see my hands and if it makes sense, but this is the whole. This is the circle. This is Jack's activity. Okay? And this small part is a little bit sleeping. But what is the rest? What else was he doing? Major avoidance. Focus on what he was doing a little. Was he in and out of sleep? Why? What does that mean? He wasn't sleeping, at least not for the most part. I flicked on the lights and looked. I'm both asleep. I never seen him May 2nd. Never. Never is very different from I didn't. When Daniel was in my chat, he said, I never driven the ATV in 2 years. Makes no sense, right? The statement. Never in 2 years? I never seen him May 2nd. I flicked on the lights. Why would you flick on the lights if your children are asleep? I would open the door and a little bit of light will shine inside and I will see my kids are asleep. And I would do it very carefully. A, I don't want them to wake up, and B, I don't want them to know I'm doing it, because if they pretend to sleep, I want to catch them pretending to sleep, and then I can say, "What the hell are you doing? Are you reading something? Are you on your phone, or what are you doing? It's time to sleep." This makes no sense, right? If it doesn't make sense, it didn't happen the way they're trying to tell us. Really? Yeah, Grendel. Okay, thank you so much. I will look at the, hey, Sun Cycle. Oh, I just read a comment. Daniel is the nut in the shell. Okay. Yeah, Grendel, please do. And Grendel, are you able to post anything on my channel? Like a community? I haven't. Oh God, I gotta test it. Maybe you can help me test it, because I thought that I changed the settings so you guys can also make posts over there. Hey, Suncycle, last time I played your new version of the song. I'll play it later if I remember. I like it. I usually play it when I'm overloaded with the negativity of this case. You know what I mean? This is interesting, man. Jack was sleeping a little. Wow. Holy crap. You flicked on the lights. This is very interesting, people. Okay, let's keep moving. I'm not sure if I'm doing this in the right order here. Doesn't really matter, right? As time goes on, I look back at these moments. Okay, we got that. Oh shit, I do it the wrong way. Did Lilly say anything? Okay. One more time. Oh my God. I gotta do it from the other. Okay, the nut in the shell. I kind of like this. Here we go. Her being silent in her perspective stops from incriminating herself. That's a good thing if you're guilty, right? I'm not saying she is. Yeah. But door swings both ways. Just watch. It doesn't swing back and hit you. Who's Justin Smith? Oh, neighbor. Is that the neighbor who heard the car, or a different neighbor? Sorry, guys, but I got, let me see. So why park at the neighbors? Obviously, in your neck of the woods, this would be very obvious to anyone. Oh, dogs. I'm not sure if dogs were there. What? Hey, GSP. Okay. Oh, you talk about the ATV, right? Grandel? Let me go back there right now. Facebook, here I come. I did all around the house in the four-wheeler, ATV. I did as much as I could on the first day and the second day, says Martel. Yep. His statements already revealed to me that he was driving the ATV that night, people. There's too much effort from Janie and Daniel to lead us to believe he didn't drive the ATV. I believe he drove the ATV, and only he drove the ATV on Thursday night. I don't know what happened to Lilly, but I do believe Jack was hurt in the kitchen. That's what I believe. That's the possibility, the strong possibility I'm looking at, only based on his own language. He was sleeping a little. You see, it would be better to be completely silent for Daniel than to make a statement like that, because that is extremely deceptive. To say he slept a little. What was he doing the other time? You can say he slept for the most part, then I believe he slept for the most part, not the whole part. But when you say a little, that actually tells me if he slept, that was so little, it was insignificant. And you're avoiding to tell us what he actually did. Here, if you guys want to see it a little bit more, I did all around the house in the four-wheeler ATV. I did as much as I could on the first day and the second day. I did all around the house in the four-wheeler ATV. Yep, you did, Daniel. You drove the ATV. Not only that day, but the very first day, which would have been Thursday. And why is it so important for you and your mom to claim that you never drove the ATV? Because I believe you took the ATV to get rid of Jack and Lilly. Now, why is there a boot print at the pipeline? I don't know. But that would also, be close to Earth's house. And so much for the stupid claim that Malehya's relatives came on the property. I believe that's how you remove Jack and Lilly, Daniel. And I know there's a part of you that would love to talk freely about what happened. And you would probably tell me, that you didn't want Jack to get hurt, that it was an accident, and that you panicked and didn't want police called or 911, which would be the excuse why, he wasn't helped when he could have been helped. I believe you're going to tell me that. But then you're going to have to be the one to tell me exactly what happened to Lilly. Any question about Lilly specifically would be great for Daniel. Any question. What would you tell Lilly if she could hear you? What would you tell Jack if he could hear you? What would you tell Jack and say to Jack and Lilly right now, Daniel, if they could hear you? What would you say? What would you say? These are questions I would love for you guys to ask him. I don't know if I should contact him or not on Facebook. I thought about it and then I say, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I kind of want to save this for the right moment because he's still busy spinning his wheels, appearing wherever, hit and running with his comments. So I'm not sure. He needs to be at the time where he really feels a need to talk. And I believe the time will come. I believe he's different from Logan and his mother. Those two can bullshit you forever. But I do believe there is a part of him that would actually love to have somebody to talk to whom he can explain why he did what he did. And he wants to be understood. He wants to give his point of view. I believe that. And again, the negative energy from Janie, I believe, was a huge contributor to what happened on Thursday night. I believe that had Janie been a better person, none of this would have happened. Had she been any type of grandmotherly with Jack and Lilly, had she talked better about them, had she complained less about them, had she interfered less with Daniel and Malehya, had she taken the pressure off, I'm pretty sure Daniel will tell us that, he's not that bad of a guy, and that what he didn't mean to do. Something like that. Who knows, Daniel, right? So if you're listening, Daniel, why don't you hit me up on Facebook? Why don't you open the door to a communication? Because I don't want to, I feel like it's different. Once you take a step to approach somebody, then the ball is too much in your own corner. It's more of an uphill battle. None of the questions that I have for you, Daniel, will be accusatory, but of course, I will pick apart every single statement that you make, right? And whenever I approach a statement, I don't have, I let you speak to me. And I want you to speak to me. I really do. So, let me see where I was. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh, dogs. I'm not sure if dogs were there. No, they stopped and checked relations to kids or me. Dan was right. Sorry to sound narcissistic. Do you know what update police are giving next week, or why they are waiting until... Okay, that's about the other Dan. No one believed me. Everything on this case was from me, other than dogs. Everything. Everything on the case was from me. No one believes me. Yeah, he wants to be believed. That's his priority, man. I'm right, 100%. Nothing CBC interview. Okay. Susan, I released everything the public knows other than the dogs. All right. I think 2 updates. 1 update as normal tip amount. That stuff keeps less informed, up to date. And 1 for dogs, probably release amount of area covered, general areas. Thanks, Amy Hansen, for helping out with the dogs. Surface level. Oh, why wait? Okay. At time progress, Susan, I freeze the lead investor. Should I play then? You know what? Let me play. Okay, those of you who haven't heard it, I play the message from Malehya one more time. So it's not in her own voice. It's not her own voice, but it's read by somebody from a statement Malehya makes. And this is for the people. I apologize to those of you who already heard it, but there are more people here who didn't catch the beginning. Here it is.
As a mother, I love my children more than life itself and feel so heartbroken not being able to hold my 2 children, Lilly and Jack, kiss them, breathe in their scent, or tuck them into bed, dress them, wake up to their sweet smiling faces. The longing I have for them to come back home to me is a greater feeling than I would never imagine feeling. or put into words how I am feeling. There is not one single day, minute, or second that goes by that I am not thinking about my children. I walk into a store and all I see is things they love that I want to get for them. When they come home, the candy they like, the clothes they wear, the toys they love, all I see is them. I so desperately just want them home safe and sound, back into my arms, where I will never let them go. I am truly traumatized, not being able to hear the sweet sound of their voices, their laugh, when they would sing Gabby's Dollhouse song that now only makes me cry when I hear it. Because all I hear is Lilly and Jack singing along, not being able to breathe in their scent when I embrace them lightly. I don't want these moments to be memories. I want my babies back home, my Lily Mae and Jackie. The pure pain I suffer of just not knowing where they are has impacted my life and Meadow's life and my family in the most devastating way. Life feels extremely hard to keep going. With no answers, it's just pure lostness. Like I can no longer feel at home anymore. No matter how lost I feel, I have not ever given up hope that my children will be returned home safe to me. I have all the faith and hope I will see them again. Please, anyone with any information, no matter how small, please come forward. Please do not be afraid to use your voice to help bring home Lily and Jack. Even the smallest details are crucial. I am so incredibly grateful and thankful for all the ongoing efforts of the RCMP, Major Crimes, Search and Rescue, and Please Bring Me Home, PDMH. The RCMP Major Crime Unit and Please Bring Me Home will continue to investigate, and they need your help. You can share tips anonymously at pleasebringmehome.com or contact the RCMP directly. I will never stop searching for my children until they are found and brought home safe and sound. Someone, somewhere, knows something. So please help bring my babies home. To the incredible volunteers, searchers, and investigators, and compassionate strangers who have stood beside us, thank you for your tireless dedication, your prayers, your time spent combing through the woods and yards, sharing photos and refusing to give up. You and the hope of my children will be home, and my youngest daughter are the reason I hold strength and keep going.
Home.
You've shown me that love, kindness, and compassion still shine, even in the darkest times. Everything you've done has not gone unnoticed. Thank you. With deepest gratitude, Malehya Murray.
That's not how she talks regularly. That's a heavy script right there. Probably her lawyer, right? I mean, she has legal representation. She lives right next to the chief, right? She's being assisted by people a lot smarter than her, by people who pay attention to detail, and I believe people who, worded this with her, right? However, will be returned passive language. Who will return your children? Who? If they didn't go into the woods and it wasn't an inside job, the only possibility would be that somebody took them. Meaning, if you were honest and sincere and open, you would call out to the people who you think may have your children, whether you know them or not. Let my children go. Not go look for my children. Let my children go. You have the power. I give you the power. You have it. I acknowledge it. You are holding Jack and Lily. Please, let them drop them off somewhere. Drive to the beach and tell them, go over, or drop them off, whatever you come up with, whatever bullshit. I will not prosecute. I won't whatever. I give you what I have. I mean, she has no money, but I will give you I give you my car, whatever you want. Name it. What can I do? Somebody has my children. That's the only possibility. If they didn't walk away and die in the woods, and if it wasn't an inside job. The only possibility would be somebody has them. You would call out to these people. Let my kids go. Not make a statement appealing to the whole world. Please keep looking. Don't give up the search. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for what? What has the RCMP done that you're so grateful for? Not figure out what happened. Chris Proudfoot was the same way. Not Seth Rogers, the biological father of Sebastian. When he was asked, how satisfied are you with the investigation? He said, my son is not here. That's a powerful fucking statement right there. My son is not here. And that's all the answer that you need. You don't overly thank them. You may say, thank you, but please don't stop. Please help find my children. You don't just stop. You don't thank them so much that they think, oh, okay, I've done my job, I've done my best, let's relax. No, you'll be passionate, and you will add so much pressure on them, as much as you possibly can. What have they done? Nothing. From your perspective, if you don't know what happened to Jack and Lilly and you want them back, they haven't done a thing. It's very passive language. Never stop. She will never stop searching until they are returned, until they return. Never stop. Yeah. She's not expecting an outcome that's positive. Bring them home. In her first interview, I want them home and I want them home. Twice. It's home, home, home. It's rhetoric, people. It's a speech. Bring them home. That's how politicians talked. During the Vietnam War, bring them home, bring them home. It's a phrase that you hear, and heartbroken, you hear, it's overused. And it's a very final thing. Your heart is already broken. No, your heart should be full of hope and desperation, but not be broken already. The language of hers is very final. The pain and sorrow, very final. That tells me she knows what happened. And when statements like these are made, it either means knowing the kids are safe somewhere or knowing they're dead. And pain and sorrow indicates death. In her very first interview, everything is about how she feels. No concern how Jack and Lilly feel right now. Tucking them into their beds. I believe that's what she failed to do that night on Thursday. I believe that she was just in her room on her phone. When Daniel said she was on her phone, playing on her phone. I believe that's maybe what she did while he was doing whatever. I believe that's experiential memory from that particular night on Thursday. She didn't tuck them she didn't make sure they went to bed. So she keeps saying that I didn't have them in their beds in her first interview. Always about the bed. Did they ever make it into the bed that night? Jack slept a little. What is a little? Either way, let's keep going. Yeah, after my polygraph exam, I stopped in at Patty's to, ensure her I passed my polygraph exam. Okay, that's the first thing you wanted to do. Go to Malehya's grandmother and say, hey, I have good news. I passed the polygraph. Oh, yeah. Nothing new about Jack and Lilly, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. But guess what? The most important thing is that I passed. To, ensure her I passed my polygraph exam. And I never murdered 2 small children. Listen to the language. I never. First of all, Daniel, I know you're listening to me. The term never, you're not committing to what our concern is. Not what you ever have done, but what you did that night. I never murdered 2 small children. Not naming them. I didn't hurt Jack or Lilly. Not Jack and Lilly. Jack or Lilly. I did not hurt Jack or Lilly. I want you to say that. I want you to be able to say that, Daniel. Are you able to say that? Patty told Cindy I stopped in, and I guess she was livid mad. Okay, so Cindy doesn't like you. Okay. Probably still mad from when I told her off at the first search briefing. Well, and Logan trashed her too, right? But yeah, CPS Meadow case in it says Cindy doesn't want Daniel around Patty's house just in case I'm there. Okay, I know when you're there of not. Cindy Wade doesn't have a license. Okay, yeah, major crimes officers come to my place. We go in for questioning. They buy me food, coffee. Up, DNA collection, fine by me. Free food. Yeah. They buy me food and coffee. Sometimes he's a comedian. And I would laugh a lot more if it wasn't such a sad case, But the things that Daniel focuses on, he likes free shit. And his mama doesn't like to give things away for free. When Jack and Lilly were missing, she complained they were eating, Malehya's family was eating her food. That's her concern. Can you imagine? That's her concern. That's what she was angry with. They're having a reunion. No, they were, it was a horrible situation. And she's worried about the food. Greedy old woman. So Daniel appreciates when people give him something for free. Again, he's an emotional guy. He's wearing his feelings on his sleeves. That's why he wanted to thank Officer Oliver again, because he was so relieved that he let him go back out there to the pipeline. By the way, today I don't see your chat comments right now. I have to, I don't have my other laptop here. I take smoke breaks. I vaped outside, come in, do more questions. I draw maps to hidden treasure. Not really. I draw a map of areas I searched during the time they wanted. What's a hidden treasure? What's hidden? Recall days in advance, minute by minute. That was rough to do because it's normal life. The brain sees no reason to store it right. So simple days memory is hard. That was rough to do because it's normal life. The brain sees keeping it very general. What did you do? Did you go on AI? Did you ask how the brain functions? And now you just repeat what you read? The brain, not you. It's normalizing. It's normal life. He's normalizing something that's anything but normal, including his own behavior. No reason to store it, right? So simple days. Memory is hard. Okay. They drive me home afterwards, like 140 or 150 on the highway. What's that? Kilometers an hour? No. Yeah, maybe, right? How much is that miles per hour? Yeah, it's 80, 90 miles an hour or something like that. 80, 90 miles an hour. Okay. Looking out for the boys in blue. Thank you, huh? Okay, just answer this question. I'm sure you think you have answered it, but not really. So to be clear, just a yes or no. Have you ever been told you are under arrest? The correct term is detained. I was never detained. Detained means the probable cause was rendered, meaning a criminal offense may or may have. I've never committed a criminal offense again. Never. Always never. Or even being accused of a criminal offense in nature. If a criminal offense happens during a missing persons case and it affects or harms the missing person or harms the case as a whole, it pivots to a criminal case. I'm act dumb, Susan, but I'm not always dumb. If that's true, I don't know, I guess. I never committed a criminal offense. Always mark never as a sensitivity, because what we're looking for is whether or not, in this particular case, you have committed a criminal offense. Don't tell me I never murdered 2 small children. Tell me I didn't hurt Jack or Lilly. Commit to your own statement. I didn't hurt Jack or Lilly. Daniel, did Jack have an accident in the kitchen? That's another question to ask him. If you guys happen to come across him. Well, maybe that will be my opening statement to him whenever I contact him. Daniel, did Jack get hurt in the kitchen? I would love this question. Yeah, I think that's a good one. How about I send this to him right now? Give me a second, people. All right, I sent him this question. Let's see if he answers. Okay, one moment. So, let me look if I missed something here. Did you have a lawyer while you were interrogated? No, every question I could answer with confidence because I did nothing. I get picked up and drove there. My brother drove me once. Okay. It's nice to have this grace period of a couple of days to prepare for attacks. Dogs is 1% of overall case. Yeah. So it's 1% in the dogs. Do you know which date they are? So it's 1% in a dogs. What else is there that you can talk about? Dogs is 1% of overall case. So what is the rest, dude? Fill us in. I never shut up sometimes. I know. I know. Yep, 99% lies. Well, let's see what else I missed, and then I'm going to shut it off. The dogs are not even 1% of overall. Okay, at time progress, Susan, I freely speak 5 months is a long time. I get told days in advance, sometimes of release date. Okay. Oh my goodness. This case, man, that's something else. Come clean, Daniel. Tell us. Tell us. So, I don't know what I'm looking at here. All right, people. In a nutshell. What did I miss? I hope he says hi to me. I hope he speaks.
I was surprised by so many more opportunities here, so many different people.
One moment.
It wasn't a moving car, so Darren was actually correct on that. And Darren's correct on a lot of things. So
Darren is correct on a lot of things. Interesting statement, right? What is he not correct about, Daniel? And just because he's correct about a lot of things, that indicates you're trying to sell him as a credible person. You feel the need to do that. Everybody's correct on a lot of things. Give me 1 second, guys. I think I need some more coffee. Oh my goodness. So whenever I have something new about Jack and Lily, I will come live in the public section. Other than that, I will start my classes in the member section, and it's going to be straight up statement analysis. Not only about Jack and Lily, but about any of the best examples that I can find that I remember and look up, or that you guys bring to my attention. So the Amy Bradley case, for example, when Grandel brought it up to me, that was a great thing. That was really, really good. Because there are other cases that can teach us a lot about it. And I understand that a lot of you are not that interested in statement analysis, but want to know what happened to Jack and Lily. And now I got a new, wow. I got a new version of the song. I'm gonna play this later. Yeah, the father, Amy Bradley. Look at the statements of the father. Remember, he talked about the cigarettes? And I mentioned this as an example in my recent writing that I'm going to use as a training tool where, you know, where was it? Sensitivities. If it doesn't make sense, can you see? Sensitivities. If it doesn't make sense, make it make sense. This includes areas such as the subject volunteering unnecessary information. Example, Amy Bradley's father mentioning that Amy's cigarettes and lighter were gone. In that particular case, I believe the reason is that she never left the balcony area through the door. And at one point he realized the cigarettes and lighter are still there. And he got rid of it. It's a huge sensitivity, guys. And I still haven't finished my own video, talking about my own video. There's more, actually. Give me a second here.
My work is easy.
Give me 1 minute without me in it. Janie's got a rake. Yeah, people, I don't know what to do right now. That's his sister. Okay, Amy Bradley will be in the member section. Should I do a little more Daniel, or are you guys even still listening to me?
And the second time was when she filed the reporters or complained to CPS about me. We can go into the first complaint after this, but the second complaint was after investigators came and got up.
Let me see, how long? 2 hours?
All Jack Lilly.
Guys, I'm gonna fade out. Let me see your comments right now. I'm fading out. That's what happens after a while. Still here? Oh, okay. More Daniel? Okay. All right, cool. Okay.
belongings. There was some letters that were received in the mailbox here, and so there was 3 letters. There
That were received. Who received them?
was one to Lilly, one to Jack, and one to Malehya. They were all from Nova Scotia Health Authority.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they were health cards or not, or something, but because I wasn't going to go look through the mail because that's a federal offense to go through someone's mail, right?
Mhm.
So there was the 3 letters, and there was Jack and Lily's tablets, right? So there was a tablet each, and there was 3 letters. Malehya was coming out of CPS, so I walked up. When she opened up her trunk, I seen her. I walked up, and I put the 3 pieces of mail and the 2 tablets in their trunk, and I said, "Have a good day, Malehya," and walked away, and then went in and had my visit with Meta.
Mhm. And she
But-
reported you for that.
Yeah, she reported. I walked up to her. The odd thing was when she seen me, she smiled.
Oh, okay. What's odd about that? What are you trying to say to us, dude? Well, he doesn't want us to think, okay, you're saying stalker behavior. I'm reading your comments too. Yeah, but you see, he doesn't want us to think it is stalkerish. So he says that she smiled. It's a, how about that kind of moment for him? What do you mean? He's already thinking that you may think he's stalking her. So preemptively, he says, well, she smiled. Smiling. Did she smile? What's odd about that?
So I'm not sure what went on there, but I wasn't like extremely overly nice when I set the stuff down. I set it down. And I said, "Have a good day, Malehya," just like that. So I wasn't like trying to be like overly nice or overly mean, right? It was kind of neutral.
And what did CPS tell you about that interaction?
CPS told me, if
You know? What do you mean you know? You know. Okay, we know his pattern, right? CPS told me, you know. We know his pattern by now, right? Sensitive area coming up. Now, he's not going to be flowing from experiential memory. It's going to be a mix of experiential memory and a script that he has to come up with really, really quickly, and some major avoidances. What did you do? What did you say? What did CPS have a problem with? You see, he's not going to get to the point.
Malehya felt really caught off guard by it, and was
Really. She felt caught off guard by what? What are you leaving out, dude?
she didn't like it.
You know, she didn't like it. Okay. I thought she smiled.
When I walked up and handed her mail.
I see. So you needed an excuse to be in contact with her, and you used the mail for that. Okay. Or what? Or something else? I'm fading out here, man.
But then why would she smile?
This is Daniel. Yeah, why did she smile? This is Daniel Overkill.
Right? Which adds a whole other layer to that situation.
What's the layer, man? What's the onion, dude? How many layers does the onion have?
Well, they just said, CPS mainly just said to me, if you have mail that comes for her, or you want to, there's something you have to give her, just give it to us and we'll give it to her.
Good deal.
So
And what was the first time that she?
the first one was actually I parked too close to her. Like I parked near her in the parking lot.
What's the problem? Your gym muscles don't work for real life. Big muscles.
How far were you parked from her?
Sometimes the only parking lot. I mean, the parking spot was right beside her, so I parked beside.
Again, this is not that important, but there's some. Look at his answer here.
What was the first time that she?
The first one was actually I parked too close to her.
Okay, he parked too close to her. He chose to park right there, as close as possible.
Like I parked near her in the parking lot.
And then he tries to minimize it by saying near her. No, your first answer was correct. You parked too close to her.
How far were you parked from her?
Sometimes the only parking lot. I mean,
No. We're not talking about sometimes. We are talking about how far or how close did you park to her. This is major avoidance right here, right? He's saying in general, sometimes the only parking lot. No, we want to know, first of all, you have to answer the question. I parked right next to her, and then you can say, I looked for a different parking spot and there wasn't one, which I don't believe.
Parking spot was right beside her, so I parked beside her.
He doesn't say it's the only parking spot. He says sometimes there are no spots available, but not about this time. He's avoiding that. The parking spot was right beside her, so I parked beside her. Yep.
Right, I'm not going to miss a visit because I don't have a place to park.
But you see, he's not telling us there was no other spot available that moment. He's trying to make it sound like it. And this is interesting in terms of being able to detect a deceptive pattern. This is pretty easy, actually. I mean, this is...
And there's a parking spot right beside her, I'm going to take it.
Yeah. Again, it wasn't the only spot. And look at him. I mean, look at his face. How he's,
Did you see her, or was it just your car was next?
No, I didn't see her, but I usually see her almost every time, right? Because I wait like an extra couple minutes before I go in sometimes, just so I don't, I'm walking through the door and she's walking out through the door, and we don't have like a face-to-face, interaction.
Understood.
Because I'm not going to get a complaint sent against or put against me just for opening up the door for her, right?
Yeah.
I'm really not interested in that.
Yeah, no, those things can be nasty, man. Breakups.
But I will air it out though. So by saying this too, there's no restraining orders against me. There's no peace bonds. There's nothing like that, right?
That's good to know. To know. There's no restrictions. You're a free man. You can go wherever you want, correct?
I can go wherever I want. Some places I'm just not allowed to go to.
Yeah.
Well, Daniel, I want to say thank you. Is there anything else that you want to get off your chest to everybody that's tuning in and watching? Anything you want to say to those that are watching?
I'm going to say if anybody has information on the kids, contact your local police department, call RCMP, or you call Crime Stoppers. If you have any tips or any information, I would just like people to do that. People say don't raise awareness. All these interviews I've been doing raises awareness.
People say don't. That's not what people say. Nobody says don't raise awareness. People may tell you talk too much, and it may not be in your favor.
Yes, this is going to raise awareness. I know there's a lot of people that don't speak out for the kids, and I know I'm not the best voice for them.
Why?
Because, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh. You know what I mean? What do you mean?
I mean, I'm in the spotlight and I'm attacked so much, but...
Okay, not taking responsibility. I'm attacked so much. Victim mode.
It doesn't stop me from speaking out. It doesn't stop me from all speaking out. I mean, I'll get attacked as much as it takes.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate because some of the attacks are relentless without any evidence of anything.
Oh, the amount of theories and speculation and conspiracy theories are just, it's unreal.
Oh my God. Okay.
And most of them don't hold water, you know.
He wants to label everything as a conspiracy theory. Right. Right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's only talking about himself, though. I'm fading out, guys.
Once you start breaking them down and you start going, all
Yeah.
right, if this happened, then this would have.
Okay, this is the last part of the interview. I'm gonna move on. Wait.
That's what happened.
But the worst.
I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna finish with the latest version of Janie's Got a Rake. I will see you guys soon. I will have a live about statement analysis in my private section. The moment that I get something new, let me make sure I didn't get any messages here about let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Grendel, thank you so much. Did I miss something, Grendel? Did I miss anything? Thank you so much, guys. This is from Simon's son, the latest version he just sent to me of Janie's Got a Rake. It's a very sad thing. But you know what? I like one thing also about the song, because it keeps reminding us Janie was raking that night. Why did you rake that night, Janie? We will not forget this question. And I believe that this song can actually help keeping this on the minds of people who may in the future try to tell themselves nothing was wrong, that there was nothing happening on Thursday night. And we can't lose track of anything, no matter what people discuss about the people who talk about this case, because they are not, that's not important. What is important is she looks like Gary Busey in that picture. Who looks like Gary Busey? Oh, Janie looks like Gary Busey? Yeah. That's kind of true, man. Oh my God. Just an ordinary day. She does look like Gary Busey, man. Wait, let me see Gary Busey. Let me compare. You see, you can tell I'm now in the overload mode. Gary Busey or Gary Busey. Oh, Gary Busey is in trouble again, right? Oh, God. I don't know. Oh, my God. You guys are funny. Gary? You see, you got my weak spot now. Let me see a better Gary Busey picture where he really looks like her. Oh my God. It's kind of sad, man. He was, ever since his motorcycle accident, Gary Busey has been a oh my God. I should have his picture up while I play the song. Yeah, let me do that. No. Okay. Commercial.
I don't like to be on camera. I don't like my picture taken. I'm just a quiet person that just wants to be left alone. I would go out and throw snowballs at them. For the last 2 years, I observed those kids in my backyard. Could you stand Lily straight?
She was terrorizing them.
Johnny's got a ride.
Little Jackie knew.
Johnny's got a ride.
Oh, there she comes.
She's got so much to do.
He folded his arms. He was in defensive mode immediately.
I need to pull. What did her daddy do? What did he put Jack and Lily through? They say when Daddy was arrested, they found him on the Batman trail. In front of helicopters running, now that Janie's got a right, Fluffy's never gonna be the same. Janie's got a rate, now what's she gonna do? Filling up potholes or clearing for a pool? Observing Jack and Lily, she's taking Jack's bugs, hitting them with snowballs with Daddy's on the rugs. Couldn't stand those kids, couldn't stand Lily's scream. She said you couldn't take it, no, we don't know what you mean. Janie's got a rate, now she's flattening in the drive. She's so full of love, she's working through the night. Bell's lost, she's the boss, now he's got no wife. Janie's got a rate, she's got no life. Someone call Air Rescue because Fluffy needs saving. Trapped in the RV with Janie's raving. Fluffy wants to play with the kids outside, dreaming of the woods or an RV ride. Janie's got a rate, now she can't stop speaking, and the more that she talks, the more she's leaking. She's so clueless, she don't understand. Look out, Jamie, here comes my demand. Statement analyst inspired by fire. Nothing gets past him, you just don't buy it. All of the BS, Jamie's leaking. Here's a new one, she is speaking. Jamie's got a rate.
He wants the stupid people to continue down that road because he wants people's minds to go into all types of directions.
What happened was we woke up, I heard them playing in the next room beside us, and I was drifting in and out of sleep.
But you have to remember too, the baby was laying on her arm as well.
They happened to just get out that sliding door, and we can't hear it when it opens.
I imagine after in the woods that it'd be probably brown, but I don't see them carrying their backpack. I don't see them keeping a pull-up on for that long after it got soaked from the very first day.
And I instantly just called 911. I just had the instant visit to call.
Come on, Jackie. Come on, Jackie. Let's go, Jackie. Let's go, Jackie.
Janie's got a ride.
It's all I hear out here.
She's got so much to do.
Where I was breaking that night.
Her driveway needs a pool.
That's where the boot print was found.
What did her daddy do?
In the mud where I was breaking.
What did he put Jack and Lily through? They said when
Danny was arrested, they found him on a pipeline trail.
in front of helicopters running out, and Janie's got a right. Fluffy's never gonna be the same. So, oh my God, look at such a dumbass. Jordan is crying because his dad needs a hall pass. Durwood's sure that the kids have been taken. Malaya's hiding them on the reservation. Mine calls BS, it's not in the language. I listen from Australia with my 50-baht sound. Jack and Lily deserve the truth to be known. Pinging that Malaya's till the truth stands alone. Our hearts are breaking from the heart of Melinda. But Jamie can't remember. Little Jack and Lily got the forces of angels, ripping through the lies as demand untangles. All through the night as Jamie's raking. Danny's so dumb we can tell he's faking. Hillbilly can't keep the story straight. And the truth will come out and we're prepared to wait. We will never forget, we will always remember. May, June, July, all the way to December. January, February, March, April, May. For little Jack and Lily, we're here to stay. What fucking bear, what blanket, what ranch. The story stinks and we're cleaning up the stench. The dogs on the search will follow the scent. No matter how far the story gets bent.
Jamie's got a ring.
My heart don't lie, and my heart's telling me
Jamie's got a ring.
that my kids and I have nothing to do with this.
Got so much to do.
And I had nothing to do with this.
Exile needs a pull. What did her daddy do? What did he put Jack and Lily through? They said that daddy was arrested. They found him on
And there is such a stark contrast right now between where his mind is at and where the minds of the people are who want to know what happened to Jack and Lily. And that is the only thing that we want to find out right now. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much.